Dear students, I am Dr. Faz for our course title Rearrangements and Pericyclic Reactions with course code Chem 623 and 627. This lecture series is consist of rearrangement reactions, and this is the second lecture of this series. In first lecture we have discussed about what are rearrangement reactions and different terms used during rearrangement reactions. And there we also discussed different types of rearrangements which are on the basis of migrating group: nucleophilic rearrangement, electrophilic rearrangement, and free radical rearrangement. And now we will discuss free radical rearrangements. Free radical rearrangements are also like nucleophilic rearrangement, and there are three steps for free radical rearrangement. First, generation of free radical at migration terminus. Second, the actual migration in which the migrating group moves with one electron. And finally, the new free radical at migration origin must stabilize itself by a further reaction. So let's start. Suppose we have a molecule here. We use decarboxylation of aldehyde to generate our free radical using Wilkinson catalyst, which is rhodium triphenylphosphine chloride. We will get this free radical in first step. So here migrating group also migrate with one electron. In the second step we will get CH3 . Alkyl group will not migrate in free radical reactions due to their stability. Due to stability means they are less stable as compared to phenyl radical. And here this migration origin which is this is migration origin. Here it will take the abstraction from of hydrogen atom, and it will convert into CH3. So this is our free radical rearrangement. As we know that free radicals are not generated under normal condition or normal temperature. That's why free radical rearrangements are also rare as compared to nucleophilic rearrangement. So the question arises, which type of molecules give free radical rearrangements? Those type of molecules have ability to give a rearranged product which contain bulky groups at migration origin, for example, phenyl carboxylic functional group or phosphatoxy. And if alkyl group is present at migration origin, then no rearranged product is observed. For example, in case of 3,3-dimethyl pentanol, just give CH3. So here we did not observe any rearranged product. Similarly, in case of cubyl carbonyl, also give no rearranged product of such type. So under normal conditions, alkyl groups, or if alkyl group is present at migration origin, no rearrangement will occur. However, if we add some catalyst, for example, ditertiary butyl peroxide, as in case of our previous example, on addition of di-tertiary butyl peroxide, which is basically free radical generator stabilizer, and we observe a product CH3CPH. Or another example, in which two migration of alkyl group has been occur by tritium labeling. So under normal conditions, we did not observe alkyl groups migration in free radical rearrangements. So these are the special two cases which we have discussed here, where alkyl groups move from migration origin to migration terminus. Beside aryl, vinylic and acetoxy groups also migrate. Uh, Vinylic groups migrate by the way of cyclopropanyl carbonyl radical intermediate. For example, we have a vinyl functional group in this molecule, and here is our free radical. So here we get this type of intermediate. While in case of acetoxy, we observe a cation and radical. because here negative charge is stabilized by these two oxygens. Beside these examples, there are other groups which show the ability to migrate, for example, halogen groups. In this case, we generate a free radical of this type, which is a secondary free radical, and on its both sides there are carbon attached. So the overall order of these three types of rearrangement is nucleophilic, nucleophilic rearrangement are more prevalent as compared to free radical. And the least one is the electrophilic. The reason behind this is because of this at a migration terminus, electrons will be in the bonding molecular orbital, while antibonding will be empty. In case of free radical, migration terminus contain one electron in antibonding, while in case of electrophilic, it contains two electron in antibonding. So nucleophilic rearrangement is more prevalent because here this antibonding molecular orbital is empty, while in case of free radical there is one electron in antibonding. In case of electrophilic there are two electrons in the antibonding. So this is basic reason why nucleophilic rearrangements are more prevalent as compared to free radical or electrophilic rearrangements. So these are overall three types which we have discussed in two lectures. If you have any question or query, you can ask in the comment box.